Well, let's now talk about cryptocurrencies. And this sector is hoping that the budget will introduce a clear framework to regulate cryptocurrencies, especially at a time when pro-crypto President Donald Trump has taken charge in the United States. Crypto exchanges want the Indian government to align its regulations to that of other countries. They're also seeking a relief from 30% tax introduced on virtual digital assets in the 2022 budget. Joining us to take this discussion ahead is Ashish Singhal. He's co-founder CoinSwitch. Ashish, hi. What a year 2024 was, but 2025 has begun on a stronger note when you talk about Bitcoin and various cryptocurrencies. Globally, we've seen Singapore, we've seen various other countries in Asia, and now US actually taking a lead there. Are you anticipating a positive cue coming in from the Indian markets during this budget?
That's certainly a hope, with this budget. Two important things which kind of hurting the industry today. One, right, like you rightly said, 30% tax. But apart from 30% tax, we also have no loss offset, which means that if a users make profit on one crypto, loss on another, he doesn't have to pay tax on net profit. He has to pay tax on his full profit without considering his losses, right? And that is the biggest hurdle with the retail investor today in getting onto crypto. Second is definitely TDS. Every sell transaction is bounded to 1% tax deduction at source, which is then deposited to the income tax department, which kind of reduces the capital of a crypto investor and does not allow them to trade a lot. So that is the reason that in spite of a resurgence in the industry in the last 3 to 4 months after the Donald Trump election and a lot of crypto positive policies across the world that we are seeing, India is still not seeing that growth in this sector. And the main reason is that these 2 points are hurting the overall ecosystem, allowing users to maybe go to foreign exchanges to ensure that they pay less tax compared to what they will end up paying on a domestic player, right? So this is the ask of the industry as well on how can we equate and create a level playing field for domestic players to succeed in this ecosystem when we are seeing across the countries very positive regulations for crypto coming in.
Ashish, cryptocurrencies is one part of the big blockchain, really. We've seen DeFi and NFTs. And would you say that a clarity in sense of a framework or a clarity in many of these tokenized assets is something that you perhaps are looking forward to?
Absolutely. I think crypto is an evolving subject. Like you said, crypto is not just about tokens, it's Web3 ecosystem in general, it's blockchains, it's a DeFi, it's NFTs, it's a lot of things combined together, and the innovation is still happening. A lot of new things are coming in this industry, and regulations has to follow that path, starting maybe with clarity on taxation to getting to regulation of VASPs, virtual asset service providers in the country, and over time regulating each and every sector. But a lot of these sectors are still evolving. Maybe premature regulation may hurt them more than helping them. But some of the areas in the blockchain ecosystem, the Web3 ecosystem, are very developed. We take exchanges, for example. A lot of developed nations around the world have clear regulations, licensing for crypto exchanges. And that is what we need. That is the need of the hour at this point. And over time, definitely, across the crypto ecosystem, we have various different sectors which needs to be regulated. But starting on, I would say that, VSP regulation is a must have for India.
Point taken. Also, Ashish, just to get a sense of numbers on how many people are we talking about here, if the government has to take a stand, I do understand that in 2021, a lot of Indians were part of crypto as a segment, and then came 22 with taxes. 23 wasn't such a great year in sense of prices. 24 has really run up, and 25 shows a lot of promise now. How many people, how many participants are there in India right now? What is the government looking at in sense of a number here?
So obviously there are many players in India, CoinSwitch being the largest with over 2 crore registered users. I would say that, total, unique accounts across the industry could be in few crores range. So we are looking at a market which is growing substantially. In 2021, we have seen, tremendous growth in the industry, a lot of users coming in. 22, 23 was little, slightly slower growth, but 24 has seen the resurgence. apart from retail users, a lot of interest from HNIs, from different fund houses are also coming into crypto, right? We have seen after the ETF approval in the US, BlackRock have crossed over 50 billion of investment into the Bitcoin ETF. Similar chances we are missing out in India. And through positive regulations, we feel that this entire sector, not just the retail, but also making sure that HNIs and even fund managers are able to advise into crypto can happen once we have clear regulations in this sector. So we are not just missing on crores of users who are already into crypto, but it's also the future potential on creating different asset classes, helping users diversify through crypto as an asset class.
Well, that point is well taken, Ashish. So it is about clear regulations, licensing and tax rationalization is what crypto as a sector is anticipating during this budget. Thank you so much for joining in and putting out a sense on what the crypto sector is looking forward to this budget.